What's up guys, this is Kevin from MYFIT365 and for Coach365, and today we're going to talk about the core muscles in our body and how these muscles help us with our everyday activities, on-the-job tasks, sports, also how these muscles help us to maintain a healthy, proper posture. Stay tuned. Right, so the core as a whole are several muscles that lie within our back, lower back, midsection, and hips. What they do is they help to keep us stabilized when we move. They also help to transfer force, when we move as well. Whether that's to transfer force from one muscle group to another muscle, or to actually initiate body movement itself. That's what the core muscles are for. The major core muscles are the TVA, the transverse abdominis. This is the deepest muscle within the abdominals. Suck in your belly, and you can see those muscles that help you to suck in your belly button. That's the transverse abdominis. The external and internal obliques. The more visibly the external obliques that lay on the side of your hips and of your torso. The multifidus muscle. This muscle is very thin but stiff. It helps to keep the joints within the spine, from degeneration. The rectus abdominis, or AKA the six-pack muscle. Quick tip: if you want visible six-pack abs, you have to reduce your body fat. That is the only way, to get your abs to pop out. Doing a bunch of crunches, sit-ups will not help you. Sorry to let you know, tough love. And the erector spinae. This muscle comes in three segments, and it runs along from your neck down to your lower back. These muscles are always working together, for even the most basic bodily movements like flexion and extension, bending forward, backward, trunk rotation, and even, bending, from side to side. Right, so to paint an even better picture, imagine yourself, doing some simple housework. You're using a vacuum, or you're mopping up your kitchen, or you're, reaching overhead to dust up your ceiling fan or whatever. Simple housework requires, certain degrees of core strength and stability. To paint an even better picture, from that, you're playing sports. You're running, you're jumping, you're riding bikes, you're playing golf, you're playing tennis. From simple housework to physical activity, all of these things require various degrees of core strength and stability so that we don't injure ourselves while performing them. Our core muscles also stabilizes our body so that we can move in whatever direction we may need to and not lose balance in the process. Having good core strength and stability also helps us, maintain good, healthy posture. With good posture comes, it helps to make you look slimmer. It helps to project confidence. It increases bravado. It helps you to look stronger. It helps promote, spine health. If you're not slouched over, good posture helps to protect your discs from degeneration. Um, another thing about slouching, it prevents us from getting, proper airflow. So when we have good posture, our diaphragm is not constricted, so we can get more oxygen into the body, into the working muscles that may need it. All of these things come from having adequate core strength and stability. Core strength is the ability to produce force or power. Core stability is the ability to control that force or power. Now, with that in mind, think of yourself as a house, right? You're a nice house. You have a basement, you have an attic, you have a sunroom, a little home theater, office space, a pool, whatever, a nice home. Keep in mind that every nice home comes with a strong, stable foundation, and the core muscles of the body play that role. Having strong core muscles makes it easier to build layers upon layers of strength, of overall strength. And what I mean by that is when you have a strong foundation, other muscle groups don't have to work as hard, to make up for the slack. Nothing is overcompensated. In comparison to where, say, you had a weak core, you know, surrounding muscle groups have to work twice as hard, to keep your body stabilized. So when you have a strong core, the other muscle groups are able to function more effectively, thus allowing them to reap more strength gains. And with strength gains comes the ability to lift more weight while maintaining proper form, keeping good posture, and about good posture, the confidence, the spinal health, the ability to breathe in more air. All that stuff comes from a strong, stable foundation. Okay, so we talked about core strength, we talked about core stability, we touched bases on the major core muscles of the body, like the transverse abdominals, the multifidus muscle, the internal external obliques, so on and so forth. We talked about all those good things, and yet you may still be wondering about some of the ways that you can do to enhance your core strength and stability. What I will say about that is go ahead and ditch your sit-ups and crunches and start performing functional type exercises. Functional type exercises meaning exercises that force you to practice, basic movement patterns or daily movement patterns through various ranges of motions while keeping your spine stabilized, keeping your spine aligned. Some examples of these are, deadlifts and as many variations, squats and as many variations, planks, push-ups. All of these things are functional type exercises, and they require you to keep a straight back, keep your spine stabilized, and also in turn helps to strengthen all the other surrounding core muscles.
Shot job on the board.